Scorpio, hi. So this is going to be a reading for October 3rd through the 9th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out all the info about that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Scorpio, what's going on? Here's a sparrow that landed. They usually don't hang around here, but it landed right in front of the door and it's looking at me. It's like, oh my. It went away. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? I don't know. Ui, the overall energy for the reading, the Tower. Something's getting shaken up here for you. I don't know what. It doesn't have to be bad. You know, towers are not all the time bad. It's just that the situation is being shaken up for some reason. In the recent past, the Lovers, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, there's a connection that shows up here. Quite a lot of attraction surrounding this connection. And there's Scorpio being like, I'm never gonna let this go. Okay. In the current situation, the Six of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Why do I get that this is a different situation you're dealing with? Or you're not necessarily dealing with it, because I see you healing or trying to heal, and then there's this situation popping in, and then you look at it and you're like, what are you doing here, situation? I didn't call for you. I didn't, I'm busy. I'm doing my own thing. Leave me alone. There's a little bit of overthinking that pops in. Okay. In the immediate future, the Hierophant, the Justice, the Eight of Wands. Okay. Energies are starting to balance out, and there's a great energy exchange that's coming through as soon as the energies are balanced out in a particular situation. Cool. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Tower. So the Tower is a surprise. Two of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Sun. You're giving me an energy of moving on and finding love. And I kind of get the feeling that maybe you've been on that, or you thought you were on that path of, you know what, I'm moving on, I'm open to love, but nothing was really coming through. And then bam, when it hits, it's like, oh, it's here, Because a lot of the times we think we're waiting forever, but when it does come, we're like, okay, you forget all about the time that's been wasted. So I kind of get this Tower as a surprise, like it fell in your lap kind of a thing, like I didn't expect this, and usually that's when it comes, when you don't expect it. So I don't know, there's some love that's popping through and some happiness. Let's do the Lovers in the recent past. The Devil, the Page of Wands, the King of Wands. Look, there's an intense connection that's showing up here. I feel like it's based off of physical attraction a lot, of chemistry. There's a lot of that going on here. And that's why the Devil keeps on popping through on this one. Kind of like, well, is it, what exactly is it? Is it love? Is it lust? What is it, And it's like, can you determine that? And then based on that physical attraction, there comes a sense of obsession over it, and it creates all sorts of unhealthy energies here. Let's do the Queen of Wands. I had some, I came to do the readings, and I look in the mirror, and I have, like, I don't know if they're still there, but I had some scratches right here. And I'm like, I'm just gonna put that on Juno, because she's the one that sleeps with us usually. And I'm like, I'm gonna put that on Juno, because if it wasn't Juno, then it was something else, and I don't want to know what the hell happened, you know, in my sleep. So I don't know, they were pretty red and they didn't look Juno-like, in all honesty. But I'm like, Oscar for sure not. Well, no. Queen of Wands, you get the Four of Swords, the High Priestess, the Hermit. Okay. You know what? I don't know what this was, because I feel like it's a past situation. Very intense kind of a connection you shared with someone. Very physically based. I see that devil there. I don't like it when I see that devil there, because it's like, and then I see a whole lot of passion attached to it. I'm like, that's, you know, I'm not saying that there wasn't love. I'm saying that love wasn't the main functioning factor in that. But what I am happy to see here is that it brought in a lot of healing. It almost taught you how to heal. You know, so whatever happened here, it almost forced you to go into healing, and following your intuition more, and really opening up to your intuition more. Let's do the Four of Pentacles. Ten of Swords, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, realizing that, you know what, this is, I mean, as good as it feels in the moment, it's not necessarily healthy for me, it's not necessarily good for me. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I do see your sense of difficulty with that. I do see you coming back to it over and over again, because if it did turn into an obsession, it's gonna do that. It's like a drug, you know, it's gonna call you back over and over again. So I see the coming back to it over and over again. I also see the stubbornness to put an end to it at some point. So I feel like, I don't know if you're still in the middle of that, trying to bring that ending to it, or if that actually happened and right now you're kind of, you know, trying to move on and heal still from that. Let's do the Six of Cups. The Lovers, the Page of Swords, the Three of Wands. It's interesting because this new situation that's popping in here, which I feel like it's new, it has many similar characteristics to the old one. I don't see the fiery passion and obsessive kind of traits. I see this as a healthy one, actually. So that's kind of like what looks like a distorted soul connection. That this for now doesn't look that way, but it is showing up as being the beginning, so you don't know what this will bring. But for now, it's not bringing in those energies. So you're kind of, you know, proceeding cautiously with this one by the looks of it. If you're even proceeding. I don't know if you're giving anything to this one yet. It kind of looks like it's on hold. Because you're on hold. You're still healing. Let's do the Four of Swords. So I don't know how much of your energy is given to this at this point. The Temperance card, the Justice card, the Ace of Swords for the Four of Swords. Yeah, you may need some more time, because you're showing me almost like a reassurance of, you know what, I'll be there. I'll attend to this. But for right now, I'm still kind of busy with me here. And I get it. I get it. It's kind of like you're trying to bring yourself into a place of, from which you'll know exactly how to proceed with anything that shows up here. Let's do the Eight of Swords. There's that slight dosage of overthinking things. And overthinking in this case comes from, how do I know that this is going to work out? You don't. You don't. You know, there's that almost like the minute this shows up, you go to the long term. You go to, am I going to be with this one for the rest of my life? Why do you go there? You know? Why do you go there? You don't need to know that. You'll find out. You know, there's that sense of logic, of practicality, practicality. Well, if I don't know that, then I'm not going to go for it. You can't know that, though. You never will. You know, did you know about this one, the last one? I thought I did. Exactly. You know, you don't know. Let's do the Hierophant. I don't see that as worrisome for now. That's why I'm kind of, okay. You know, it's kind of normal for these energies to pop in, for these thoughts to pop in at some point. And I do see you kind of trying to, okay, let's not go there, you know? So, the Hierophant in the immediate future, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Chariot. Why do I have to analyze all of these things? Like, are we moving too fast? Are we moving too slow? Are we moving... Stop thinking about it. Just move with the energy that's there. Who cares if it's too fast or too slow? And who the fuck gets to determine too fast or too slow? There's no, you know. It feels good. It feels like something is building up. And then comes the overthinking part of, is it too fast? Is it too slow? Is it going to go somewhere? Is it not? But what if it's not? But what if it will? Then, you know. Let it be. The more you let it be here, the more it's going up on its own. If it needs to go up, it'll go up. If it needs to go out, it'll go out. You know? If we just let things be. For the Justice card, you get the Eight of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Moon. Something's pulling at you from the past. There's a past energy that's trying to pull at you. And when that happens, when that comes in, so maybe you're thinking, you know, oh, I miss that past person or something. Whenever that happens, you disconnect from this one that you're actually, your heart is in this one. By this point, it looks like your heart is in it. It almost feels like energetical cheating, just because you think you miss someone, or just because you feel that sense of, you know, it almost feels that way, like almost like I feel guilty, so I better disconnect from this one, which doesn't really work like that. You know, there's no, that's your own guilt that you would have to deal with, but it doesn't affect us. You know, just the fact that past energies are going to come through for all of us all the time. It's life. It's normal. They're coming through for a reason, not for us to be like, oh, you know, what's going on? What's happening? Why am I thinking of it? Because you are. It's normal. But for some reason, you're showing me a sense of disconnect from your present. It could be because the past is pulling on you, and you find yourself back in the past for a split second there, and you're like, you're disconnected from what's going on in the present. Could be that. But you're giving me like almost a sense of guilt, and that's playing off. That's why it's showing up, for you to start healing in that direction. Let's do the Eight of Wands in the immediate future. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, the Hierophant. You're pulling back from this. I'm trying to understand what the hell is pulling you back from this. It's not this past energy, as obvious as this one would be. It's not this one. If you don't allow for things to roll in this situation, you know, as they want to roll, and you start overthinking to the point of you don't know what to do about it anymore, it could be that that's why you're pulling out. I do see a little bit of a disconnection from how you feel, and that again is a reason why you would be pulling out of this. I do see a conversation here that could be the reason that you're like, okay, let's back off. I don't know. There's something going on here that pulled you a little bit away from this as things are building up, you know, towards something good. So I don't know. I guess that's for next episode of this. I don't know what's going on. Let's see what the universe has. As a final advice. The King of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Devil. Okay, now I know. The universe gave me the answer. When you start not allowing yourself to be connected to how you feel, to your heart, you start being very logical about things. When you start being very logical about things, you disconnect from the energies of what's going on in the relationships you're part of. When things need to start making sense, you disconnect, you're out. And that's pretty much the pattern that I see here on your side. And it is a pattern for you. It doesn't apply only to this situation, it applies to many things in your life. So the universe is kind of showing this to me with the Devil being there as maybe an issue, maybe something that needs healing on your side. You know, this whole pattern of let's make sense of it all of a sudden. Like, it feels good to feel, everything's fine, everything's perfect, but I forget about that aspect because I want for things to be logical. You know, I want for things to be practical. So if I have that need, then I'll throw away everything that's tied up to my heart because I don't need it. And if that feels good to you, by all means, keep on doing it. I feel like it doesn't. You know, I feel like you're left with what at the end of this? I don't even know. With things that make sense. And then you stop feeling, and then when you lose whatever you threw logic on, you start feeling again, but you're feeling the pain of it. So there's something in here for you to look at for sure. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.